Today I wanted to show off 5 pros and 5 cons that the OnePlus 3 has, so let's jump right into it. Let's start it off with what the OnePlus 3 does best. 1. The performance. I love how fluid this device feels. When you put a 1080p display with a Snapdragon 820 chip and an Adreno 530 GPU, the device flies. And that's exactly what the OnePlus 3 has. It's one of the smoothest devices I've ever played with. Every game, task, and app was handled like a boss, and when I happened to switch over to another device, not all, but some devices didn't even seem as fluent, so I definitely saw the difference in performance. 2. The fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint sensor is also a great benefit. I love how it's on the front and it's not a pushable button, making it super fast to unlock my device, even while the screen is off and on a flat surface. I have experienced a few misreads, but that's rare, and the fact that it also acts as your home button is a plus. You can't go wrong with this sensor. 3. Software. I've always liked stock Android, and not because I'm a fanboy, which I'm not. The interface is just clean, gorgeous, and you can't go wrong with these sexy animations. With Oxygen OS being built around Marshmallow, this ROM is sort of like a light add-on. There's no bloatware, skins, or any unnecessary UI changes, but there are still some new features that I find useful. These include the quick settings customization option, a dark mode for easier night viewing, and some cool gesture controls to open the camera or toggle the flashlight. So I honestly find the interface to be great. 4. Design. This is easily one of the best smartphones I've held to date. Very comfortable, solid weight, and a premium feel with an aluminum unibody. Now there are better looking smartphones out there like the Galaxy S7, and no one is going to stop you on the streets and ask you what phone that is, but it's still a presentable phone that outshines others. 5. Battery plus dash charging. I was very surprised to see how well the battery performed, even though it only has 3000 mAh, and I get it, all of its predecessors have a bigger battery capacity, but that's not going to stop the OnePlus 3 from giving you 4 to 5 hours of screen on time. Obviously your stats may not match mine, but keep in mind that I have Bluetooth enabled at all times for my Moto 360, GPS for navigational purposes, Wi-Fi, some intense gaming, music streaming, and my brightness turned almost to the max. Plus, with the OnePlus's new charging method called dash charging, I was able to get a 60% charge in just 30 minutes, allowing me to fully charge the device in around an hour. In general, I'd say the battery life is pretty solid, and with dash charge being the charging method, you won't have a problem using the OnePlus 3 the entire day. Before I move on with the cons, definitely check out and download the Amazon App Store by visiting amazon.com/underground. You can use Amazon coins to buy apps, games, and in-app items, which can save you up to 25%. Let's say you're playing Vainglory and you want to buy 600 ice. You can purchase this item with 499 Amazon coins, allowing you to save 24 cents. To buy coins, just go to the hamburger menu and choose Amazon coins. Check out the links in the description to find out more. Now back to the video. Switching over to the flaws, and please keep in mind that some of these are a bit nitpicky, so they are undesirable features, but nothing that will make you believe that the OnePlus 3 is a horrible device. Let's start with the buttons. On the front you have Recent, the fingerprint scanner, and a return button. Nothing's wrong with the fingerprint sensor, but the other 2 keys are a bit confusing at times. They're just dots on a screen. They did this to let you have the option of swapping the order of the recent and back button, but I do think they could have done something more recognizable. And the alert slider on the side is also another thing I wanted to mention. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice addition to the device, but I still wish I could reverse the order in the settings to make going down the silent switch, but that's not a big deal. 2. Camera hump. Again, this might be a little nitpicky, but it's still worth mentioning. The camera has a hump, and it's not that small.
Why'd you do that?
True, there are bigger camera bumps, even on recent flagships such as the Moto Z, but that one actually has a purpose, and it's for their Moto mods. The OnePlus 3's camera bulge doesn't really have a purpose other than trying to get a thinner device. If they really wanted to make the consumer happy, they should have filled out the smartphone's body with battery. 3. Speaker. The last speaker is not very well thought out. You could say it gets decently loud, but when compared to dual front-facing speakers such as the ones on the Nexus 6P, the OnePlus 3 does get very distorted. Plus, it's easy to block, it's towards the bottom, and it's not a good time. But if you're someone who likes to use headphones or doesn't really blast music, then this won't be a huge issue. Now, I don't know about you, but the absence of a microSD card slot really bugs me, especially since there is no proper reason for ditching the memory card slot in the first place. I really do like the option of having more space, but I guess for now I'll have to use my internal storage or the cloud. 5. Bad cell service. Sometimes the device would not switch over to data when turning off the Wi-Fi. I would actually have to toggle airplane mode on and off in order for my data to activate. OnePlus tried to fix this with an over-the-air update, and it has gotten better, but it still occurs once in a while. Of course, it's not a huge problem, but I would definitely keep that in mind for those who rely heavily on data. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to go ham on that like button. Check out AndroidPolice.com for your latest and greatest news on Android. Definitely let me know in the comments what you think about the OnePlus 3 or even about your own device. We do read all of your comments. And with that, I will catch you guys in the next one.